Hello everybody, welcome to Justice Miles Magnus, and about a month or so ago, I ranked every single Bionicle Toa type. But in this video, I'm basically gonna be ranking almost every Bionicle villain type. Now as far as the rules go, basically all of these villain types must have 6 characters, just like how there are normally 6 Toa. So basically, I won't be counting the villains from Generation 2 as those villains don't have 6 members. So those will be omitted. So with those rules out of the way, let's get into a ranking. So coming in at 8th place, we have the Bionicle. Basically, these are the first villains from 2003, and now let me tell you something. The Bionicle are the only Bionicle villains that have been remade. But here's the thing, Bionicle has also remade a Call of Toa multiple times, but usually when they remake them, they make them a little bit different in their build. These, however, are basically the original Bionicle, but with some silver on them. And now here's the thing, all of these characters are supposed to be singular characters, should point out. But the reason why they ended up in last place is because, well, they are the only villains that aren't really that unique. They are basically just the exact same Bionicle, but just with silver on them. So because of that, they ended up in dead last. Now, at number 7, we have the Vaki. So basically, these are the villains from 2004, and I don't really know if they really are that interesting. But they do have some cool functions where they can basically walk like a regular person, or they can even be walking on 4 legs. They can basically be crawling on their weapons, and they also can shoot discs from their mouths, which is actually a very cool feature. And now here's the thing, these characters aren't singular characters, there are actually multiples of them. There are clones that exist of them, but I don't really know if they really are that impressive as some of the other villains that Bionicle has come out with. So because of that, this is where they ended up on the list. At number 6, we have the Bionicle. And I didn't really know where I put them, so I just put them right here, at number 6. So these villains are interesting because obviously they are supposed to represent spiders. And I do actually think their appearance is actually very decent, and I love how they all have different pincers at the front, like how they managed to differentiate them a little bit. And now clones of these do also exist, but there is a very cool feature they all have, which is the spinner at the back. Kind of similar to the Toa Hordika that released the same year, but even though they ended up here at number 6, I still do think the Bionicle are very cool villains. Now, at number 5, we have the Bionicle. Yes, the original Bionicle. So these were the first proper Bionicle villains, aside from the Wahi. But I do think these creatures are very cute, because basically you can turn them into balls and then unfold them. I do actually think that's very cool. And they introduced a new eyepiece that has been used multiple times throughout LEGO's history. And now you could even store these in their canisters, which is very cool, and there are plenty of each of these characters as well. So yeah, I do think the Bionicle are very good designs for first proper villains. At number 4, we have the Makuta from 2008, and again I didn't really know where I put them on this list, so this is where they ended up. And now here's the thing. I am kind of cheating a little bit here because half of them were released alongside a Fantoga set wave, whereas the other half were released alongside a Mystica wave. But because I bundled all of the Fantoga and Mystica Toa together, I thought I'd do the same thing here. So let's start off with the Fantoga Makuta. I do think that they are actually very good. I do think the muted colors for them do work very well, and I do love how they are very bat and vampire-like. I do think that makes them very good. And also these Makuta are supposed to be as singular characters, there aren't multiples of them or anything like that. But now as for the Mystica Makuta, I do actually think that they look very interesting. Obviously they're supposed to represent swamp creatures. I do actually think their designs are actually very good. I especially love Quiga, he looks very intimidating. So yeah, I do think that the Makuta of 2008 are honestly very good. At number 3, we have the Bawaki, who are the villains from 2007, and all of these villains are singular characters. So one thing I do like about the Bawaki is just how evil they look. Basically, you don't really wanna run into a fight with these guys, would you? No, I don't think you would. And now, I do like how all of them are supposed to be based on different sea creatures. Kalmar and Tagadox are supposed to be sea squids, and then Eleg is supposed to be a eel, Pueg is supposed to be a shark, Karapar is supposed to be a crab, and Mantax is supposed to be a manta wave. So the names kind of do give away what sea creatures they're supposed to be. They also come with squid launchers, which is a very interesting concept for shooters. But I do honestly think that these villains are very terrifying, and because of that, I definitely do think they are very good. At number 2, we have the Wakshi. So basically, these are the other villains from 2003, and as you guys can see, they are very much better than the Bawakal. But here's the thing, these are supposed to be singular characters, but I do actually think that their designs are very interesting. I love the heads they all have, I love how small they are, and I do love the spines that they have at the back. And they all wield giant staff weapons, which is actually very cool. And I just think that overall, they are very intimidating looking villains. But the thing is, they are only number 2. So, who are my favorite Bionicle villains ever? Well, my favorite Bionicle villains ever will have to be the Poaka. Yeah, these guys, they are very interesting. Basically, they have giant teeth, and apparently their eyes can glow. That's kind of interesting. Also, these figures introduced the Zamo Spear, which has been used multiple times since these figures came out. So I don't think they are produced anymore, but they were used for a couple of years. And now, I do love how they also have spines, kind of like the Wakshi, so this time they kind of go around the characters too. And I do love all of the different weapons that they all have, and I just think they are very crazy to look at. So because of that, I definitely do think that the Poaka have to be my favorite Bionicle villains. But what are your favorite Bionicle villains? Well, let me know your rankings down in the comments below, or you can of course just tell me your favorite and your least favorite villains in the comments below. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube and hit that bell notification button so you don't know when I upload a new video. So now, and I'll see you next time. Bye!